Hello and welcome to BakieGaming and this second episode of this new series about the Sims 4 Effect Player. In the first episode I showed you where you could download the Effect Player and how to use it. In this episode and all future episodes I will show you all kinds of different effects divided into certain themes. In this second episode you will see all kinds of bird effects. In the bar at the bottom of this video you will find the code I used for that effect on that moment. Remember, you can use the delay, loop and max codes for even better results. So let's start right away with these circling eagles that normally can be found above the lake in Granite Falls. Remember that you don't always need the expansion pack where certain effects came from to see them in game. These eagles will make very large circles, so don't expect them to stay above your lot all the time. Also, I raised the effect player a bit so they will fly higher. One that does spawn on the exact same place as your effect player is this flying eagle. The problem is, it stays on the same place all the time and disappears after a few seconds. Just like the circling eagles, there are also these circling falcons that will work in exact the same way. And this one also got a flying one that stays on the same place all the time. On to the next bird, the blue jay. Using this code you will see a blue jay flying on the same spot. It's also possible to let it fly up and down on the same spot before it will disappear, but just like the first one you can't really use it. The effects you can use involving the blue jay are the following. Using this code ending with a 0 you will see a blue jay flying away. If you want him to fly away in another direction, change the 0 at the end to one of the following numbers you see right now. If you want him to only sit still, use this code ending with a 0. If you want him to face another direction, change the 0 to one of the other numbers again. In this case it will sit still before flying away. Again, changing the 0 will let it fly in another direction. The last option with this blue jay is this one, where it will fly towards the effect player, sit still for a moment and then flies away. This effect will loop automatically and you can use the other numbers for different directions. To make a good use of these effects, place the effect player on top of something like on this rock for example. Now all the different codes involving the blue jay will also work for the tanager. So here you will see a quick overview of the useful effects involving this bird, including an example when placing the effect player on a fence. Just like the blue jay and tanager, there are these two effects of a woodpecker that aren't really useful, but a couple others that will. The only thing you have to keep in mind with these is that they will only work at daytime, like the two effects you see right now. Here a woodpecker will peck against everything you want him to peck to, just place the effect player on the right spot. With the other code it will fly away from the effect player. Sometimes effects even don't work at all, like these two codes that didn't work for me today but did another time. I'm going to end this video with some useful effects involving just some kind of non-existing birds. There are also a couple of effects showing small birds that fly by, but as I thought you can't really use those, I didn't include them to the video. Here you see a flock of birds circling around. At first there's only one, but if you fast forward more will appear. Here it says vultures in the code, but it's just another flock of birds circling around higher and higher. Using this code it will only be one bird circling on the same level as your effect player. And the last code for this video will show you a flock of birds flying away from the effect player. This one can be useful for parks where the birds fly out of the trees. When using the loop code, these bird flocks will not always look the same. Well, I hope you liked this second episode of the Sims 4 Effect Player series, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button and share my video so more people will be able to find it. In the next episode I will still be showing birds, but this time only one kind of bird, the pigeon. If you got any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Don't want to miss any future Effect Player episodes, tutorials or custom content videos? Then please subscribe and I hope to see you next time here on BakieGaming.